When you make a decision to simplify your life doing God's work, to show up and do the highest level work that God is doing through you in your coaching business, when you decide to sell high-ticket coaching offers, there's certain things we need to look at in our own lives, look at ourselves first, and lead ourselves first. One thing that I've noticed consistently with women coaches who undercharge, women coaches who are underpricing, women coaches who don't always close the sale and don't consistently ask for the sale, is this one thing. There's a shame, condemnation, guilt magnet. There's one thing in our lives that supports us to underperform, that supports us to act and show up less than who God says we are, that supports us to hide from God, from our blessings, and receive less than Jesus died to share with us. It supports us to have guilt and shame around our pricing, around who we are. It supports us to charge the lowest value and distract ourselves from our life's work with 10K offers. It supports us to show up less than all of us, less than God in our messaging, so that it mutes our expression. It mutes God coming through us. And we slow down success. We stop the profits. We miss the impact we're here to make in the world. And we forget to remember who we are. So what is that thing? You, me, every human being in the world. We all show up in the world the way we are, the way we be. It's all about one thing. It's to protect our secret. It's to prevent anyone from knowing the thing. We don't want anyone to find out about us. It's to hide our secret. And so everything about our lives is manipulated and controlled to make sure no one ever finds that thing out, because it's a thing that makes us feel less than. It's so many different things for so many different people. For me, when I started my coaching business, it was the shame of sexual assault, the shame of rape, the shame of sexual abuse, the shame of FGM, not feeling like a woman, not feeling complete, feeling less than, not loving myself. There's other shame that has happened in my life. There's other guilt and condemnation that I've put on myself, and I've carried that burden. Instead of putting it on God, I've taken it and put it on myself, and then made myself small. The more you put the shame on, the more you put the guilt, the condemnation on, the smaller that you get. And God wants you to show up and take up space, His space in the world, because there's space for all of us. And every time you don't fill up the hole that God has for you in the world, a little part of the world is missing because you did not show up. Your clients can't find you, they can't see you because you're hiding this guilt of shame that you've programmed and manipulated your whole life so that nobody will ever find out about you. My invitation to clients when I see them undercharging is not to ask, why you're selling 10K instead of 50K. It's to really dive into what's underneath that. Not from a trauma perspective or whatever, but from a belief shifting and busting perspective, so that we don't wait until we've done the money mindset work. We don't wait until we've up-level the belief. We don't wait until anything happens. We can go now and sell the 100K offer successfully, confidently, powerfully, without waiting until we've conquered our fears. We've done the X, we've done the Y. It's concurrent work. And I asked them, what is the one thing you never want anyone to find out about you? Because when you bring that out into the open, and you share your art, and you share your mastery, and you share the thing that you're ashamed of in a way that is relevant to your work. I talk about FGM. I talk about the rape. I talk about the assault. I talk about different things in my life that I used to hide, that I had rejected about myself, that I had hidden under rocks. And I talk about them in a way that shows that I have slayed the shame because I trusted God. I trusted God to speak through me, to see through me, to lead through me, to love through me, and say the things that needed to be said, so that when I bring the shame out of the dark into the open, it's not powerful anymore. It loses hold over me. It loses hold over you when you recognize what it is and you speak to it like a mountain and tell it what to go do to itself. And then all of a sudden, that big thing that was holding you back from asking better questions in the sales conversation, that big thing that was holding you back from asking for the sale, and you thought it was the strategy, you thought it was because you didn't have a script. No. It was that thing that you're holding on to that you don't want anybody to find about yourself. You don't have to share it with the world, but share it with yourself. Pull it from the rock and look at it and tell it what to go do with itself. Tell the mountain where to go fall Tell the mountain what to go lean into. Speak your words of life over your own life and your business and your clients, so that you can confidently ask for the sale. You can confidently close the sale. So you're not wondering anymore why your income is not going up. You're not wondering why you're working with clients you don't like. It's not strategy, it's not systems. It's internal work that you have done all your life to manipulate yourself so nobody finds out that thing that you think is so bad and it's holding control over you. And so you feel guilty charging the body to work with you, because who are you? How dare you? You don't feel worthy. You feel incomplete. You feel less than whole. How can you ask for the sale when you think you manipulated the client or taking money away from her, when you have this guilt thing that you haven't resolved in your belly? How can you get on the call and be all of you? How can you speak fully in your messaging when the biggest part of you is hiding under a rock? Because that pain, that shame, that guilt, the thing you condemned and rejected, is the thing that your clients recognize in you that supports them to say yes to themselves and feel good about themselves for choosing this outcome for them. Because you see, your gifts in your womb are tied to your clients, your very specific client's problem, opportunity, challenge, or desire. But she can't see you and she can't find you if that rock is in the way. She can't see you when the mountain is in the way. So speak to the mountain. Slay the shame. It has no value. It has no worth. Jesus died for that shame to go away. Trust God. Speak to God. Trust Him. Lean not on your own understanding. All your ways acknowledge Him, so the shame is slayed. And you can charge the value of your work and confidently sell how to get coaching and stop distracting yourself with everything else. Let me know how this lands for you.